We ain't playing no games, we ain't here to spend money, nigga. Just do what you do best and look. That 2012 shit.
Professor is in the building.
Yeah.
Your history in hip hop is documented, but you know your name has been thrown in between songs with Nas and Jay, the Tech and the Dress, all of that.
Yeah.
Explain to them what really happened, why your name's been thrown in between those songs.
Well, I mean, it was just a matter of Jay just, stating the facts of what it was. It was with what he was trying to do, he was just trying to bring a lot of facts to the table. And, he was going at Nas and, some way, somehow, he just, that's when you was on tour with Large Professor kind of thing. It's like we was all out there, all on the same level and all of that. But, it was
pretty much everything that was said on these songs were fairly accurate is what you're saying.
Yeah.
I know you don't want to shit on nobody.
Nah. As far as them being on tour with Large Professor, yeah, for sure. That's what I know. Yeah, definitely. We was all out on tour. Yeah.
You ever imagine that it would escalate between Jay and Nas like that? Did it ever seem like that on tour or just?
Nah. Everybody was good, man. You know what I mean? It was like the Brooklyn, the Queens. It was like everybody, and everybody dap each other up at the end of the show. Yo, you did your thing, whatever, and things like that. But just, it's a competitive thing, man. When you grabbing them mics, hitting them stages, man. So, eventually it had to happen like that.
Who won that battle in your eyes?
He's gonna go for Queens. But
no,
Nas did kill him
based off
with Ether.
of. I think Nas won, but
I mean,
honestly, when Nas was first recording, when he was first recording Ether, it was over a Swiss Beats beat.
Oh,
it was over Swiss Beats beat.
No,
and he was getting at him. That was the original lyrics. Yo, it should have been you in the plane crash. All of that. When the original. Those was the original lyrics, and I was there, and I was kind of hype on the. But I'm like an adrenaline junkie, so the beat for the takeover, I love. What I mean?
That was a tough beat.
That's my type of right there. But the rhymes to Ether.
You've been accredited with discovering Nas. Do you feel like you did do that? Because live at the barbecue and.
I presented Nas. Like, I gave him that platform. I gave him that stage. Like, yo, you gonna be first on that barbecue joint, and you just, take the ball and run to the end zone and back and forth with it.
What made you put that, faith in him? To
a young kid at that time.
Yeah, Nas just always, and that's the thing when you a producer, you supposed to be able to know when somebody got it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, so that's. And I'm a rhyming producer, so that give me the edge a little bit. So I know lyrically, I'm like, so it was like, yo, man, you got that all day. Just, lace it up, man. Just take the ball and run with it.
That was.
What was the meeting like? How old was he when you met him? And
we jetted out to this. We jetted out to this studio out in Coney Island. It was some joint Stein the Sky or something like that. He recorded his demo and it was just on from there. It was just like, yo, we're gonna keep working. And then at the time, like the Eric B and Rakim and everything like that kind of just like dropped to me. It was like, yo, you could do so. I was right up the block from Queensbridge. It was on from there.
Let's go.
What was like the X factor that Nas had at that time that you were like, all right, this dude is a problem?
He had that old soul shit like that. That's I always loved that. It's like when you got a younger dude, but he could talk some shit that you could relate to. And I'm so I'm looking at. I'm like, yo, damn, when I was young, I was a fan of the Jackson 5, all of that, and I collect records. So I'm like, he got that knowledge, and he honest with it. You know what I mean? Like, Nas is honest with his shit. Like, he not trying to, he don't really be doing too much fronting and shit, man. It's like, he speak his words, he speak his shit to get there, but for the most part, man, Nas is honest, man. Like, and that's I felt that spirit, man. Like, yo, that's the man right there.
What's like the biggest technical difference in music production from when, like, in the 90s till now? Like, when you first started till now?
Well, it's digital now, so analog. It's like, it's analog and digital. Yeah. Before we had tapes,
we had the tape.
Yeah, we had drum machines and all of that. Like, dudes could just be on their computer and just boom and get it out to the world in a one-shot deal. So, I embrace it though. I love it. Like, I like that. I can't.
A lot
front.
of people, they just say digital makes things flat.
Definitely. Definitely,
But
it does. I mean, it ain't got that bump and that roundness that it used to. But for a dude like me, where I had to cut tapes and I had to bring stuff on the train and all
real editing shit.
Word up, like I love digital.
But I also say too, when you listen to music now, it seems like the music's fuller. Like they add more.
Oh nah, yeah,
instrumentation.
because you could get that big bottom on there, and it's
Because
crazy.
when you listen to older songs in the 90s, it's
It's a little thinner.
It's a little thinner.
Yeah, for sure. Nah, they could, like, especially down south. Like, that's why the South is just booming right now.
They fill it up.
Yeah, they got them frequencies going crazy.
Because right now, the climate of hip hop is a lot different from the 90s, early 2000s. What do you think about, the whole like assimilation? It seems like everybody's doing exactly like a formula, whatever is working right now.
Right.
And in the 90s, that was totally not what you're doing. You were trying to be as eccentric and different as, like Busta Rhymes 90s, totally awesome.
Right.
Wearing crazy clothes, in your face, does not give a shit. Busta Rhymes now, he looks like he could be in Soulja Boy's group or something. Like he's like everybody else now. Why do you think that is? Like the competition to be different is not there anymore.
Well, somewhere along the lines, like people just started like, yo, we gonna forget what it is. The Zulu Nation, like the original Uptown breakbeats records and things like that. They was like, nah, enough. That's it. We gonna forget that. We stopping that now. And then once that happened, like it was just every man for theyself. Any old thing goes. Any whatever.
Right.
And it's like that's what we in the midst of now. But I mean, like you go uptown, you see what it is, and like the origins of what hip hop really is with the graffiti. The breaks, you know what I mean? The people breaking and stuff like that. And it's like, that's what I'm still tied to. That's what I grew up knowing. And as a youngin' myself, like, and coming up, like seeing Mo D and all of them. And we would never call Mo D, we had utmost respect for these brothers. Like, yo, Kaz, like, and all of them, we was like, yo, we love you. Like, kind of. And it was just like somewhere in the mid-90s, it was just like, yo, we forgot, we don't know no more. And it was just like, nah, ain't no rules. We could bite, we could use the same sample this dude. And it was just like, yo, from there on, shit just been a free for all. And that's why the shit is haywire now, because they try to, they ain't no rules. And like, yo, dudes is dropping because of that shit. It's like, nah, there's rules. And, words
I'd say since 2004, Atlanta has more one-hit wonders than any other region.
Ain't that something, right? See,
like you really think
but it's
about
okay though. People come out with that as an ambition. They want to be a one-hit wonder. All I need is one. There was
one incident that kind of I don't know,
it
threw it on. Nah, it threw the essence on me. Like I was doing a show with Ghostface one time, and Ghost was up there doing his thing, getting busy. Crowd was right there with it. He had special guests. He was bringing out Jadakiss, myself, Redman, and Kid Cudi.
Oh God.
Boom. So everybody performing, doing their thing. Crowd is all into it, and Cudi kind of got up there with his, you know what I mean, like
day and night.
Right.
I mean, like, no, that's wrong.
And the tempo, everything, it kind of like, and I was just like, whoa.
A threesome ain't shit, I need a couple of those. Mr. Touch It when I want, pal punch it with the rhymes. Tell your girl we said what's up. You jump all the time, you got next, I got next after. Don't need the gas, so she geeking up cause I'm a rapper. Skeet laughter, catch me laughing at the bank today, laughing at the bank tomorrow. I do these niggas like my sons, I should thank my father. I make it